Hey everyone, welcome back to All the Mods 9. Last episode we got our brine set up running. I ended up putting a tank here and then hooking up a storage bus to this because I couldn't seem to pull it into the system even after I put another fluid drive in. This guy here. We didn't seem to get a lot of fluid, so it wasn't showing up in here anyway. It was importing it, but it was kind of disappearing. So I threw a tank in, and we're just wow, oops, just running around. We're just exporting it into the tank here and then storing it in there. So this is full. It's stopped producing. I don't know if that means this is using power, but it's using 40 apparently. Let's just check that. Yeah, just a tick over of 40. That's cool. So yes, we now have brine working. That's doing its thing. We've still got a bunch of things we need to do to get to antimatter. So obviously the whole process we need to get to is the antimatter. If you remember, antimatter needs the liquid antimatter, which comes from the supercritical phase shifter, or the SPS, which needs polonium, which needs a solar neutron activator and nuclear waste. Nuclear waste comes from a fission reactor, which likes to blow holes in things, so yeah, I don't want to run this for long. And then that requires fissile fuel. To make fissile fuel, we need uranium hexafluoride in an isotropic thing. I didn't add that to my list. Cool, one of those guys, and uranium hexafluoride, which is that one. Which needs the chemical infuser and some hydrofluoric and uranium oxide. Those two, and then they have their own wall of stuff to get through. Cool. That's where we're heading. We need to continue on just to clean up this route, and then we'll move across to the advanced mechanism stuff, which is where it starts. I'm pretty sure it starts to teach us here. This path here starts to get us into fissile fuel and working towards a reactor. And then, you've got some examples of the reactors and things we need on this page. So let's just finish up these last couple of things. We need a chemical infuser. I thought I had one all set up ready to go, but I think I started making one. Chemical infuser is this one. And that is that guy. Tick. So that's the chemical infuser. And we're going to get some things here. And you can see we can use it to combine chlorine with hydrogen to create hydrogen chloride, which is used in the chemical injection chamber. Cool. Okay, so now you should have 5 machines ready to go to process your ores. Are you ready to make it even more complicated? Chemical, yeah. So I'm not going to do the multi-ore processing. I think we're okay. I don't know about you. I think we're okay. Got a few bits of raw material in here. If I type in raw into here, we've got 12,000 raw iron, 59,000 raw copper, and then there's a bunch of other like raw materials in here. Plenty of blocks of raw stuff as it comes in from the quarry over in the mining dimension. So if I type in raw, there's 757 blocks of raw iron. So I'm okay. That quarry is still just being a little bit janky. It does need to be. Let me just jump over there. This will put me. Is cannon? 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 Is that what it's called? I'll just go to mining dimension. It's kind of working. It does get stuck on our allomodium. And what's really interesting is that my Awakened Supremium pickaxe won't pick up allomodium now. It breaks it. I needed to make a vibranium one. So it's doing its thing down here. We'll just quickly drop down and take a look. Are you working? Yes, it's going through some ancient debris. Tends to be quite slow for it. So it's still doing its thing. It gets down to, as you've seen before, it gets down to this level and stops about 3 down into the end stone. That's okay. So yeah, that thing is bringing in materials. The other quarries are sort of just ticking over, and things are going slightly better than they were. Right, so mechanism. I'm going to set up a lot of this stuff in this area. I got rid of all of the bits and pieces that were here. I think they're in. Oh no, they're in a chest up here. Crate for there. Just going to continue some of the mechanism stuff around here. So as we saw, let's see. It wants me to make a chemical dissolution chamber. Okay, that's this guy. It's going to take a moment to make those things, so I may as well kick them off. Chemical dissolution chamber needs a couple of chemical tanks. 1, 2. It also requires a steel casing. I'm not sure why I don't have steel casing set up as a crafting recipe, but that's okay. I just needed some glass. I have that. 1 steel casing, 1 chemical dissolution chamber. This will be ticking over. Reinforced alloy, doing its thing. Into atomic alloy. Quite a few bits and pieces here. Through and doing what's required. So there we go. If I do this again and do this, we will have a chemical dissolution chamber. Tick. So that does this one. We'll get some bits. We also have already made a rotary condensator. So we'll get them. Did I just get something else? I do need to pick up one of these ultimate control circuits. Chemical oxidizer. So it's going to make one of them now. The chemical oxidizer requires one of these guys. Requires me to make some of them, so I may as well kick that off. It wants personal chest. Apparently that works with barrels too. Personal barrel. Okay. And a dynamic tank. We can do that. That will just take a moment. Put stuff away. Come on. What stuff's happening? Are you making what I need? Chemical oxidizer. There we go, everyone. That guy. And some sulfur dust. So, like it says here, you can either put gunpowder in the chemical injection chamber with hydrogen chloride to create sulfur dust, or you can just pulverize sulfur. So if I type in here and go sulfur, I got a little bit of that too. We got 4.7 thousand. And then a whole bunch of that sulfur, and then some blocks, and this blocks, and yeah, we're okay. So sulfur's good. Again, let's tick here, claim this one, and then let's claim this. This is pushing us to the animated palette. Cool. Which means we can pop over here and start in this area. This one here. As a recap, we've set up an advanced ore processing facility using several gases, machinery, more. No, I didn't do the gases, but anyway. In this chapter, we'll be using more of those to create powerful multi-block reactors, as well as advanced ways to create and store power. Okay, this will also lead to making antimatter pellets, which are used to make the ATM Star, as well as some of the strongest tools and weapons in the pack. Tick. Right. Advanced power storage. Okay, it wants me to make... I'm going to create a customizable multi-block used to store large amounts of power, but first we need to make some lithium dust. You should have some brine being made from a previous quest using a thermal evaporation plant, or 2. Run the brine through another thermal evaporation plant to get lithium, and then through a chemical crystallizer to get lithium dust. So I'm going to need another one of them. Sure. What did I end up needing here? Let's just move up here. So 16. And then what? 4, 8, 12 a layer. 24. Okay. I need 40 of those thermal blocks. Just as a start, I've got 2. Can I please have... Let's just start with another 38 and just let that do its thing. Oh, it's already done. All right. So we need to make the lithium dust. I'll build that guy off camera. Because otherwise you're just watching the same deal. I'll just literally knock out this wall and build it next to it. And we'll get some things working in there. Let's move down this direction. Fusion, straight into fusion and then over to the fissile fuel. Okay. We need to make a hazmat suit. Okay. Hazmat. And one of them. I need some orange dye. Really? Orange? No. Some of this. There we go. Orange dye. That's the helmet. Chest plate. Ants. And boots. Oh, need some black dye. I do not have any black dye. Fine. Cool. Yep. Of course. I don't know what to put away. That's Thermal's hazmat suit. Okay. Didn't know Thermal had a hazmat suit. Alright, so we got a hazmat suit. Not sure whether I need it. Can I have an armor stand? Do I have an armor stand? Apparently not. Okay. I'll load one of them. Sure. Not what I wanted. Thank you. Alright, hazmat suit out of the way. Let's just check this. Okay, so it now wants 44 fission reactor casings and 50 reactor glass. Okay, let's see what's required and see if we can just automate this. So, pop-up says, you in my house? Get out of my house. So, fire type. Fission. Ooh, spelling, everyone. Fission. Fission reactor casings. Oh, this is where I can automate my steel casings, everyone. Hey, there we go. Cool. And then it wanted reactor glass. One's full. This one is not. Okay. What did we say we needed? 44 fission reactor casings. $44 of them. Yep, doing the thing. And reactor glass. It was like 50, wasn't it? Okay. That's kicking along. We're going to need a few other bits and pieces. We need fission fuel assembly and control rod assembly. Okay, if I just go at mechanism. Okay. Looking. Okay. Fission fuel assembly. I wanted 2 of these, right? And 1 of these. I'm standing right here, Nora. Did you have to walk directly into me? It's just rude. Let's see. One of these guys. Make it. Oh, I've got 20 reactor glass. How are we doing here? We are enriching iron. We need steel. Hi, do you want to join? 25 sunflower. Get out of my house now, please. Alright, are we good? You are still going. Yep, just ticking over. Okay. So, this guy. Right. I'm kind of jumping ahead. I do need this one before I can jump too far ahead. I need 4 fission reactor ports, which is going to need some of the casings. Do I make more? I've got to work out where I'm going to build this guy too, because I need to make sure it stays nearby, but I don't want to destroy the base. Rate of blowing up your fission reactor and causing a massive radiation leak? Yes. Don't worry, we all are. How can we prevent such a catastrophic disaster? By creating a redstone circuit breaker using fission reactor logic adapters. Now, these aren't 100% guaranteed to stop an explosion, but they are absolutely nice to have. Ugh. Okay. Hopefully it works. Terrible. Just use a cable, I think. Anyway, let's check our reactor. There's our reactor glass. And then casing. Oop, tick, tick, tick. Jumping through some steel. And this, which that'll come in handy. Let's put the steel away. Yep, steel casings. So part of me wants to build this way down in the basement somewhere. Part of me wants to build it nearby and then try and, I don't know. I don't know whether building it inside, say, like this works, because this is just weatherproof. I don't know if it's like detonation proof. I do not plan on running this any longer than I need to run it. So whether or not it's just like an expansion off here somewhere. Again, I don't want to destroy anyone if it blows up. But once we've got all these things done, we'll then work through here and we'll start the fissile fuel. The fissile fuel can be here and we'll teleport it over using an ender tank of some sort. This actually has all the modium and soul lava in it. Now, I don't have anything else other than the quarry picking up the soul lava. The builders won't pick it up. There's a bunch of stuff that won't pick it up, but the quarry plus quarry with the pump upgrade, that picks it up. So we currently have 15,000 in here, 15,000 millibuckets. So it's only about 15 buckets or so, but oh no, it's about, yeah, maybe. Yeah, anyway, I think it's about 15 buckets worth, which is cool. Anything else I have to actually go and manually pick up myself. So what I'm going to do, let me grab this, because I'm running out of space. Okay, we're putting all the reactor stuff in here. So as it said, it wanted 4 reactor ports, which is this one. So I'm going to need like 2 lots of that. And it's fine. It's pretty quick to make that. Not quick to make this. Four of them. You got induction provider. That's nice. So I want the fission reactor logic adapter. I need 2 of them, right? Them. Right. Tick. And then I've apparently picked all these things up at some point. Again, my smartest move I think I can do is use whatever I'm using on the stuff. Redstone conduit. I think I've got some. Yeah, some redstone conduit. You, sir, can go in there. Cool. Alright, next thing we need is fission reactor casing. Once you finish placing on the ground, should I give her out? Okay, yeah, I know. Alright, everyone, where am I putting it? Where am I putting it? Yeah. Alright. I think I need to... Can't even tick that. Need to hold a casing, right? Yes. Okay. Just tick that. Your blocks. Alright. Fissile fuel production. The fission reactor needs fissile fuel to run. If you look up fissile fuel right now in JEI, I bet you get overwhelmed. And I've shown you guys that that's pretty full on. It all boils down to creating uranium hexafluoride. To do this, let's focus on making these 2 gases, hydrofluoric acid and uranium oxide. Ooh. So, sulfur dust, yep. You should have already made sulfuric acid for your tier 4 ore processing. Start by getting sulfur dust, and yep, and then run it through a chemical oxidizer to get sulfur dioxide. So we need a chemical oxidizer. I've got one, don't I? Chemical oxidizer. If I pop him there, we need to input sulfur. I don't know if this sulfur does work. We'll find out. Input sulfur, and that'll run out of power. I need some power cables, which I think... Okay. Conduit. I've got these ones back here. Okay. So that makes a little bit of sulfur dioxide. Combine that with oxygen in a chemical infuser to get sulfur trioxide. A chemical infuser with oxygen. So I can put down an electrolytic separator. And I want oxygen to come out one side. I need water going into this. So we'll have an exporter on me. Import. export. I'm going to need another one too, so I may as well just start crafting another one. If I pop you there, maybe. I'm going to get some power across here. I might need to rotate some of these machines. Very much might need to rotate some of these machines. Can you? Not what I wanted, but it's fine. You're going to need a bucket of water. Fluid, water, cables. I guess. Oh no, oxygen's going in there. Very nice. Alright, so we're getting oxygen and high output, input. Don't know if this is facing the right way. Okay, because it says that this is here. I'm on gases, right? Oh no, this is gases. Cool. So we are making sulfur trioxide. Cool. Next we combine water vapor with the sulfur trioxide to make sulfuric acid. Okay, so I need water vapor, which is a rotary condensator thingy. Well, I might need to... Fine. Let's get... I'm going to be good and go, I'd like 10. Alright, if I do the same here and make you a fluid with water, and you are... be concentrating? Fluids. Input on the front. Actually doing anything. Ah, water vapor. Okay, cool. It's out of power, but it's got water vapor coming in. And let's just convert you to... Hello. To just insert. Okay, so we're making water vapor. How are we combining these? Not there yet. So sulfur trioxide and sulfur to make sulfuric acid. So if I open this up and go sulfuric acid, that's in a chemical infuser. Okay, so let's grab another chemical infuser because this wasn't like simple or nothing. Oh, I've probably got one here, right? Oh, these guys. Okay, I need a couple of these tanks. Making stuff. You can see the rabbit hole that we have just like fallen headfirst into trying to make one particular chemical. So chemical infuser, if I pop you there, if I make you input on the left, input on the bottom, from the bottom, yeah, I want you to output auto on the right. Work. I want you to output auto. Mm-hmm. Sulfur trioxide. What you need? some more of this, which means I need exporter. The 10 I created earlier. One of them. You export that. Oh, getting plenty of that in there. Okay, so we're making sulfur trioxide. I want gases. Input on the bottom. Oh, input 2. I get it. Input 2 and then input 1. Put 1 left. Input 1 left. Input 2 bottom. Gases. Top is output. Okay, we've got sulfur trioxide in here. And I want water vapor. Is it a gas? Yes. We're making sulfuric acid, everyone. It just needs power. Give it some power. And let's stop this from extracting so it doesn't cause weird loops. And you are making sulfuric acid. Alright, so a little bit of sulfur, a little bit of water. We do have a problem with hydrogen. I'm going to need to dump hydrogen just for the moment. Whether or not I run it through the gas burning generator or whether I need it for something that's happening at the moment, I'll just do this for now. That's okay. So all of this should be kicking along, and this will continue filling until we get sulfuric acid. Cool. That's sulfuric acid. Hydrofluoric acid, we need sulfuric acid and combine it with fluorite in a chemical dissolution chamber to make hydrofluoric acid. So, chemical dissolution chamber, do I have one of them? No, that's an injection. That's the dissolution chamber. So, I need fluorite. I have 5. I've got this stuff from Mechanism. That's Gregstar fluorite. I've got fluorite essence. Uses of that makes this stuff, apparently. And then recipes for this. No recipe for it. Alright, so we're going to need to work some magic here. Let me pop on top. So, as it says, we want to make hydrofluoric acid. Let me get rid of sulfuric acid. Let me get rid of water vapor. And sulfur trioxide, because we're making that. Sulfur dioxide we're making. We are now up to making hydrofluoric acid. So that's sulfuric acid and fluorite in this guy. So I want... we on liquids? Gases, I guess. Okay. Sulfuric acid. Top will be out. Checked on. Okay, we've got sulfuric acid coming into here. Let me get rid of that guy. Let me grab some fluorite. I'm going to grab one of each to ensure we're okay here. If I pop this in, Okay, that makes 1,000. If I drop this in, that makes 1,000. Okay, so there's no difference in the item coming in, and we're making hydrofluoric. So I need, as I said before, an exporter. I need to get these guys. I also need to tell downstairs to make this stuff. So if I put this and then this, actually I want it the other way. I want it to prioritize this first and then one. Because what we're going to do is down here, I'm going to find one of these guys that has some space. This, and we're going to take this stuff and we're going to make that. And then in this, we're going to ask it to send this in here. This is going to dump stuff in, and we're going to get our fluoride. All right, so this should be good. Sulfuric acid, done. Oh, hydrofluoric acid, I should say. My bad. Hydrofluoric acid. We got 10 buckets of it. Again, trying to keep things nice and compact here, by the way. So hydrofluoric acid, that's a tick. We got some more things. Let's take sulfuric. Okay, we're almost there. Yep. Okay, so we've done one side. We now need to do the other side. So uranium and yellow cake uranium. Every reactor uses uranium somewhere for fuel, right? Let's gather some uranium ingots. We'll need to process these in an enrichment chamber to turn into yellow cake uranium. This is an enrichment chamber. Do you output eject? Yes. If I want recipe, here is it. Here. That. Yellow cake uranium. You can have this and this, by the way, and that. If I go down to here and pop this in there, and then ask for yellow cake. I'll probably speed this guy up at some point. You can have them too. Right, and that. Are you working? Yes, we are making yellow cake. Create some cake that must not be eaten. Correct. Alright, so we got yellow cake uranium. Once we have our hands on yellow cake uranium, we can send it through a chemical oxidizer to create the gas uranium oxide. Chemical oxidizer. Do I have a spare? I think I used it, didn't I? It was like that guy. Okay, so I need another chemical oxidizer. I've got this here. This one was a little bit more difficult, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right. Ooh. Tank. One of them. Kind of, yeah, we're a bit over wrapping up point. I just want to try and get this done in this episode. Let's do this. Come on. Thank you. Chemical oxidizer. Pop in here. I'm worried that this needs to be output uranium hexafluoride. Uranium hexafluoride is hydrofluoric and uranium oxide. Hydrofluoric. This is making uranium oxide, right? Yes. So you go there. You need Why did that go there? You need to go there and have that in there. This is making uranium oxide. It needs power. I don't need 42 million solar panels on me. Or this, we do need a crafting card for this guy, so he can make the hexafluoride. So he can make the yellow cake, I should say. So this is uranium oxide. This is hydrofluoric. Uranium oxide done. Uranium hexafluoride is another chemical infuser with those two in it. So I make another chemical infuser. Chemical infuser. Tanks. And we are pretty much done. So I'm going to finish making this guy. I'll take my screenshot. We are at the 40 odd minute mark at the moment, so it's a little slightly longer than normal episode. But I think we've got some good progress here. Now I want to plop this guy there. And then you want hydrofluoric acid. You want the bottom side, the input 2. You want this one to be eject. Like that. Uranium oxide, hydrofluoric acid, uranium hexafluoride, everyone. Hello. And it needs power. Again, we're probably just like chewing power here. Again, I really don't even know. A little bit. Cool. So this is set up and working. We are making uranium hexafluoride. All that I need to do now is process the uranium hexafluoride in an isotopic centrifuge. Yes, I have observed it. More solar panels. I don't know why I need so many. Chemical infuser. I've done that. Oh, I need another chemical infuser. Really? Really? I just had that in my inventory. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'll make another one of them. Because I'm not picking this guy up now. But we are making uranium hexafluoride. And I'll get this one done. And then I'll make this guy the isotopic centrifuge. Let's just tell that to start. Sure, just make one of them. That, again, will take a moment to build. Make another set. And I'll put that in, we'll pop it in here somewhere. And then I'll get an ender tank with, I don't know, green or something. And we'll, like, dark green somehow. I don't know. Something. We'll come up with a color scheme. And we will output to that unit. And then that will be all ready for when we set up our reactor. I'll decide where I'm going to put that again. I want it far enough away that if things go badly, it doesn't irradiate everyone and kill everyone. But I want it close enough to stay chunk loaded, or I want to be able to chunk load it so we don't cause any dramas. So I'm probably going to go deep, deep down in the earth below where I am now. Run a bunch more elevators down and pop it way down there. Cool. Anyway. Thank you all for watching. A wrapping up point. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found a little bit of something to look at. Again, this is nice and compact, squeezing all these machines together to make fissile fuel. Yep, and I hope you come back in the next episode. Leave those comments down below. I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.